What's up, party people, and welcome to STONIECAST number 198 and season 6, episode 24 of Thoughts and Hunches, Making Money in Bunches and Sucker Punches. It's your boy Stony coming back at you for the 198th time, and I'd like to welcome all of my fellow criminals, lowlifes, hoodlums, shady characters, scumbags, fugitives from justice, heathens, scoundrels, altar boys with unhealthy relationships with their priests, hustlers, wise guys, hooligans, foul-mouthed raging alcoholics, MLB players that have got into a fight with Bryce Harper. You know who you are. Thanks for watching. Cheats, gangsters, fienders with abusive language, degenerates. Let's face it, anybody with a massive gambling problem. If you're new to the show, hey, congratulations, because you probably fit into one or a few of those categories, so welcome, because you're now one of us. One of us. Gooba gobble, one of us. We accept him, one of us. Know the reference. That's all I can tell you. Hey, make sure to hit the subscribe button right down here in the lower right-hand corner and ring that bell. When you ring that bell, that way you can get notified every time I put out a new video. To spread the word is also very easy. Just tell other fienders, degenerates, and scumbags you know to go to YouTube and enter Thoughts and Hunches right in the search bar. That'll take you to my page so you can get dialed into everything that I give you. Also, if you're new and you don't know what's what with this channel, it's college and pro football winners, MLB playoff winners, and college basketball winners. And I just give you the picks. No player props. And absolutely no parlays ever. You know why? Because I like my money right here in my pocket. I don't like giving it away, because that's what you're doing when you're playing parlays. The books don't expect a guy like me to deliver this many winners. I'm an outlier and I'm a disruptor. I'm like the Beastie Boys. I disrupt.
Step inside the party, disrupt the whole scene.
Exactly like that. I go to the mattresses every single week to get you the info in order to get you to the window with a ticket to cash. Now, before I get to the picks, as usual, I have some thoughts.
Give me all you got. Listen, give me all you got.
That's right, Al. You let him know. ICE is in the house. And I ain't talking about ICE agents in Minneapolis. I'm talking about the storm that hit Nashville last weekend and that we're all still dealing with here in Music City. Snow hit Saturday morning, and ice followed Saturday night, knocking power out of half the city. Think about that for a minute. 400,000 people had no power, including me, for about 27 hours, all day Sunday and into Monday morning. Sure, everyone in the Midwest, the East Coast, and the South was affected by the weather, but nobody got the amount of ice that we got. It was unreal. On Sunday, with no power, I was bundled up like a little bitch with sweats and a hoodie and a beanie and gloves, sitting by candlelight and watching the AFC and NFC championship games on my phone. I went to bed early because my phone was dying and I couldn't watch TV or do anything else for that matter. So when I woke up Monday morning, work was out because we had no power there and I couldn't get there anyway, because my Camaro and ice just don't get along. I had 7% juice left on my phone, so I had some cereal because I couldn't cook and started reading my Beastie Boy book. Of course I was reading the Beastie Boys.
Now, here's a little story I got to tell about three bad brothers you know so well.
That's exactly what I was reading. Around 10 a.m. on Monday morning, power got restored. And knock on wood, it's been good ever since. A lot of people are ripping the NES, that's the Nashville Electric Service, but I give them mad props for working their asses off despite the fact that a lot of people still don't have power. I didn't make it to work until Wednesday, and there's still ice everywhere because the overnight temps are in single digits, and on some days they're below zero. That ain't good for your boy who gets up at 5:30 and prefers to wear shorts. Though I've worn long pants all week, I've had to. It's just brutal. Tomorrow's high temperature is supposed to be 12. the high temperature, at 4 p.m., 5 p.m. It'll be 4 p.m. It'll be 12. Yeah, no thank you. I'll be inside all day. I want to thank all of those of you that reached out to me to see if I was okay. Oh, wait a minute. Nobody did. To all my family and friends in the Bay or in South Florida, enjoy your warm weather and keep living your life. Don't worry about me because you haven't been. Now, that may have seemed a little harsh, but the title of the STONIECAST is Thoughts and Hunches, Making Money in Bunches and Sucker Punches. So I got to take a few every now and then, and I got to get my jabs in. Now, while I'm taking shots, let me go in on Sean Payton. Can we finally put analytics to bed? The constant going for it on fourth down memorably cost Dan Campbell 2 years ago in the NFC Championship game against the 49ers when he personally lost the game for Detroit. It showed up again on Sunday when Sean Payton cost his team a trip to the Super Bowl by not kicking a field goal to take a 10-point lead at home. You want some analytics? Sean Payton is 1-3 in conference championships. There's some stats for yo ass. Shout out Samuel L. I mean, that's just, I can't. Monday, here's what really got to me. On Monday, I had to listen to Colin Cowherd, who talks NFL year-round and occasionally Shohei Ohtani and LeBron James. I saw him twist himself in knots trying to defend Peyton and the other Sean. That would be McVay from the Rams. McVay and Peyton are Cowherd's favorite people in the whole world, and neither of them can ever do anything wrong. It's like listening to Dick Vitale call a Carolina or Duke game. Everyone's the greatest. When someone makes a mistake as egregious as not kicking a field goal and costing your team a Super Bowl berth, they need to be called out and not defended. What I saw in Sunday's AFC Championship game was a coaching mismatch. Mike Vrabel outclassed, outsmarted, and outcoached Sean Payton. And it wasn't really that close. Vrabel's offense was dominating, while his offense was clearly struggling. Oh, Joe. Joe, is that you? Come on, one more time for good luck. That a boy, Joe. Thanks, Joe. Unbelievable. When Vrabel saw that his team wasn't going to score again, right? He realized that. But they had a 3-point lead in the second half with the snow there. He just kept running the ball 3 times, every single time, and then punting and letting his defense control the outcome against a backup quarterback who looked like shit. Now I look at the Tennessee Titans, and I'm even more confounded on how they could have got rid of him. I said it the day he was fired by the Titans that I didn't like it, right? I did not like it at all, and I was in the minority here in Nashville. A lot of people wanted him out for some reason. Everyone wanted him gone. I didn't. Now he's playing in the Super Bowl in his first year in Foxborough. Good for you, Mike. Shame on you, Titans. And enjoy your vacations, McVay and Peyton. How's that? Now, as for Mike McDonald, the head coach of the NFC champion Seahawks, he's now a 5-point favorite in next week's Super Bowl, and he can shut me up by becoming the rare breed, a head coach that always goes for it, and even more rare, winning a Super Bowl with a quarterback that played at USC, because neither has ever happened. Now, I like McDonald. I like Vrabel. I'm so glad it's the 2 Mikes in the Super Bowl rather than the 2 Seans, let me tell you that. In STONIECAST 199 next Friday, I'll have all your college hoops action for Super Bowl Eve, as well as my Super Bowl picks. And I will, for the only time, once a year I do it, I'll give you some prop bets for Super Bowl week. Now, last week's week that was turned out to be another good one, as usual. I had 4 huge days to start the week and was sitting pretty at 29, 14, and 1 heading into Saturday, where I just laid an egg and finished 15 and 16. But I did go 3 and 1 in the NFL as I easily hit the Patriots plus the points and the under. And I also hit Seattle, but I lost the total. In that 15-16 Saturday, though, I did hit the degenerate special. And when played right, makes up for a lot of mistakes earlier in the day. Business as usual for your boy, as it's just another winning week. Let's take a peek at the numbers. Last week, 47 wins, 31 losses, 1 push. 60.26%. Don't get much better than that. NFL playoffs. Every game so far in the NFL playoffs, the side and the total. 16 wins, 16 wins, 8 losses, 66.67%. Those are mind-boggling numbers, and there's only 1 game left in the season. NCAA basketball for the season, 413 wins, 299 losses, 5 pushes, 58% on the dot for the first time this year, as I now seek 59 with another 2 months to go. Degenerate special, how about 17 wins, 11 losses, 60.71%, back over 60 for the season in the late night get right. Sunday night, forget about it. I've been dominating. 17 wins, 9 losses, 1 push, 65.38%. That's just huge, and it has been all year. So overall, all 23 episodes of STONIECAST this season, over 1,500 plays, 925 wins, 651 losses, 13 pushes. That's 58.69% on the season. And that could only mean one thing.
Wow, winning.
That's exactly what it sounds like. Thanks, Charlie. Once again, I want you to remember that all these picks are 100% free. So for all the touts out there, I hear you and I see you, Brent Musburger, that are charging you for picks and giving you 75 to 80% winners guaranteed, documented. Stop, all right? We all know you're full of shit. Plus, you're charging for these picks.
Oh!
I mean, come on. How does that happen? It's just out of character, right? With me, it's very simple. Just come to YouTube every week and I'll drop my plays on you for free. Plus, I want you all to know that these are all bets that I am personally going to make with my own money. So I'm not just throwing darts at a board and blindly, randomly picking games. Okay, y'all ready? Away we go. Episode number 24.
Just win, baby.
That's right, Al. You let him know. Here comes Michigan State, by the way. I'm going to get to that in a minute. The new week began Monday, and by the time Tuesday was done, I was 7-13, and I was pretty pissed off. I rebounded Wednesday and Thursday to get back around the break-even mark. Now, already tonight with these games going on, I'm doing okay. I'm battling, right? Michigan jumped out to a big lead, even though I've got Sparty and the under. And now the second half started. Michigan State came out like with the fucking fire under their ass. They're getting it going. They're still down 12, but they're at home. And there's the foul. That'll make it a 10-point game. So anyway, the key to this whole thing is just about making money, right?
Clacking lots of dollars, we all got gold.
Just like that. That's how you do it, Mix-a-Lot. Okay, so let's move on to tomorrow's craziness. And let's get it all started at noon Eastern on TNT. And I'm going to take Butler, -6.5 at home versus Georgetown. Despite a loss to St. John's on Wednesday, Butler's been playing a lot better than the Hoyas. Bulldogs at Hinkle Fieldhouse to tip off the day. Keep in mind that these numbers are being given to you based on the current numbers when I'm taping this Friday night. Recording this. Tapes don't exist anymore. And they are subject to and probably will change. The lines will. So let's continue. Tomorrow at noon Eastern on the Deuce. I'm going to roll with 11th ranked Texas Tech laying 3 and a hook on the road at Central Florida. Tech had a whole week off after taking out Houston last Saturday, while UCF snuck past Arizona State on Tuesday night. Tech has covered 5 straight behind JT Toppin, averaging 22 and 11. That's big boy basketball. Noon Eastern on ACC Network, give me Pittsburgh and Clemson over 134.5. Both teams scoring in the 70s, and if Pitt touches 70, that's all she wrote. Clemson will roll, but I'm on the over. Noon Eastern on Big Fox. I like number 10 Houston at home minus 13 and a chunk over Cincinnati. Seems like a big number, but Cincy doesn't have the horses to match up with the Bearcats, especially true freshman Kingston Flemings, who nobody seems to be able to stop lately. Noon Eastern on ESPN. I'm on Virginia Tech catching 11 at home versus 4th-ranked Duke. Vatek has been playing well in a deep ACC, and Duke has cost me this season as they continue to cover big numbers, but that's usually at home, not on the road at Castle Coliseum. Noon Eastern on ACC Network. I'm all over North Carolina State, laying 4.5 at Wake Forest. Wake has lost 4 out of 5 and are finally home, but the Wolfpack have won 4 in a row away from Raleigh. Make it 5 as NC State covers this one easily. This game's getting physical. The problem is Gus Johnson. He's a massive problem. Now, I will tune into any game that Bill Raftery is announcing. He's the best. Always has been. He's just the man. I feel bad for the guy, though. He's got to sit there next to Gus Johnson. Ugh. Okay, 1 Eastern on SEC Network. I'll take Texas A&M on the road, catching 3.5 at Georgia, with a little sprinkle on the money line.
Sprinkle me, man.
Something like that. Attaboy, Earl. A&M's won 6 out of 7, while UGA seems to be going in the other direction. Sure, they're at home, but A&M's too deep, and they get the win here. A good one in the Mountain West goes at 1 Eastern on CBS, and I'm going to roll with Utah State minus 3.5 over San Diego State. Utah State is badly undervalued, and they have been all season. SDSU's in trouble tomorrow trying to slow down the inside-out combo of MJ Collins and Mason Fazlev. Aggies deliver at home here. There's a hoop and some harm. It's now a 7-point game. Yeah, oh, God, the Breslin Center. God, I'd lose my mind if I was there. Speaking of that, Dan Campbell is at the game tonight. It's like, and he's wearing Michigan State gear. That's probably a bad sign. All right. 1 Eastern on TNT tomorrow. Give me Arizona State plus 15.5 at home versus top-ranked Arizona. Bobby Hurley may be on the hot seat as his Devils have lost 5 out of 6, and a trip from the nation's best team isn't going to end well. ASU played Zona tough at the McHale Center 2.5 weeks ago, and they covered. Zona wins this one easily, but not by 16 in Tempe. 2 Eastern on ACC Network. I like number 16, North Carolina, minus 10 at Georgia Tech. I hate laying such a big number on the road in conference, especially with a team as unreliable as UNC, but I won't sleep well knowing that I have Tech. A good one in the ACC goes at 2 Eastern on ESPN, and I'm on Southern Methodist, catching 9.5 on the road at 20th-ranked Louisville. SMU's Boopie Miller and Louisville's Ryan Conwell is going to be a hell of a backcourt matchup. Louisville wins, but SMU cashes the ticket because they have what's known as alligator blood. They'll be hanging around.
Hanging around. Kids got alligator blood.
That a boy, Teddy. 2 Eastern. Oh, God, it's now a 5-point game. Fears is getting hot. They're bouncing at the Breslin Center. A 20-4 run. Oh, this is incredible. And there's still 15 minutes left. Mara misses inside. Oh, here comes State. Hail State, baby. Well, I'm sorry, not Hail State. Go Sparty. Outside the car for the 3. No, he missed that one. Okay. 2 Eastern on the Deuce tomorrow. I'm all over Oklahoma. Minus 1.5 at home versus Texas in the Red River Shootout Basketball Edition. OU's lost 5 straight, and they've fallen. But a rivalry game against a Texas squad that has lost 4 out of 5 themselves is just what the Sooners need here. 2 Eastern on Big Fox. I'll take Ohio State plus 3.5 at Wisconsin with a sprinkle.
Sprinkle me, man. Sprinkle.
Just like that. Both teams have been playing very well, but Wisconsin has some eye-popping losses. And even though they're at home for the 3rd straight game, OSU is the play here on the money line. 3:30 Eastern on SEC Network, I'm going to dance with Mississippi State plus 8 on the road at Missouri. Mizzou is the better team, and they get the W, but Hail State covers. 4 Eastern on ACC Network, give me Cal plus 10.5 at Miami. The Canes took out Stanford on Wednesday while Cal was getting knocked off by Florida State. Miami wins this one, but not by double figures. Best game of the day goes at 4:30 Eastern on ESPN, and I like 14th ranked Kansas laying 4.5 at home versus number 13 BYU. Normally losing 2 out of 3 is not a good look, but Brigham Young got bounced by Texas Tech and Arizona, meaning they beat who they're supposed to, but they can't beat the big boys. Rock Chalk has won 4 in a row, and get this one, fairly easy at Allen Fieldhouse. 5 Eastern on Peacock. I'm on UCLA minus 3.5 over Indiana. IU bounced back from their 3-game losing streak by winning their last 2, punctuated with a big win over Purdue on Tuesday. Now they travel to La La Land to take on a Bruins squad that has found their footing, and they've won 5 out of 6, including impressive wins at Oregon and at Purdue. Bruins at home are the play at Pauley. 6 Eastern on SEC Network right here in Music City. I'm all over Vanderbilt at home, laying 13 versus Mississippi. I've been fading Vandy lately, and they've been blasting teams and costing me. Ole Miss is just another victim here. Give me the doors. 6:30 Eastern on ESPN, I'll take Kentucky, catching 7 in a chunk at number 15 Arkansas. Coach John Calipari wants to run it up and blow out Kentucky, but UK has the size and the toughness to slow down the Hogs. Arkansas wins, but UK gets the cover through the back door. 8 Eastern on CBS Sports Network, also right here in Music City. This is a good matchup, and I'm going to roll with Belmont at home, laying 4.5 versus Murray State. This is a really good matchup right here, and these two could easily meet up again with a trip to the dance at stake in the Missouri Valley Conference title game next month. Belmont is the play here because they just keep delivering. 8 Eastern on Big Fox. Give me second-ranked Connecticut minus 6.5 at Creighton. UConn has had trouble lately covering numbers, and Creighton has been a little hot lately, but they've still been unreliable. Huskies on the road have to be the play here. 8:30 Eastern on ESPN. I like Tennessee at home, laying 5.5 over Auburn. Tennessee keeps squeaking by, a lot like their football team. And though Auburn has won 4 in a row, UT gets it done here on Rocky Top. 10 Eastern on ESPN Plus. I'm on San Francisco minus 4 versus Pacific. This has the makings of a good matchup as UOP's won 3 in a row, and while USF has lost 3 out of 4, all 3 of those L's were on the road. Dons get the win and the cover on the hilltop. And finally, this week's Degenerate special goes at 10:30 Eastern on ESPN, and I'm going to take St. Mary's plus 10.5 at 6th-ranked Gonzaga. This has always been a great rivalry, and it's usually the first of 3 matchups, with the next one in Moraga and the last one in the WCC Conference Championship game. Gonzaga is still the class of the WCC, and at 21-1, they've earned their stripes. But St. Mary's is clearly no slouch. And despite their loss at Santa Clara a couple weeks ago, they've been steamrolling teams for the better part of a month. This may be a trap because for years, we've been seeing how tough it is to play on the road at the Kennel. But St. Mary's catching 10.5, me likey. Give me that candy. Gales get the cover through the back door in the late night get right. Something like that.
Show me the money.
Was looking
Spot for a Glock. I took a long overfloss, but still got a knock.
Jerry! Attaboy, Rod Tidwell. That's 24 college hoops plays to do some damage and make this week a winning one. Okay? So make sure to check out the comment section every day in this video for more college hoops games starting on Sunday. And they're just going to keep coming from now until April. Also keep your eye out for STONIECAST 199, the Super Bowl edition. That's going to drop next Friday. So until then, just remember, if you want to win big, you got to bet big. Good teams win, but great teams cover. You can't go broke taking a profit. Scared money don't make money. The less you bet, the more you lose when you win. Shout out Chris the Bear FALLICA. Now for me, the action is the juice. Mikey. Oh. Mikey, where are you, Mikey? Oh, there you are.
But you know, for me, the action is the juice. Amen.
I'm in. Well said. The difference between making money and winning is that anyone can win betting chalk, but you can't make money unless you take the dogs. God made life a gamble, and we're still in the game. Shout out to the late, great Joe DIFFIE. There's money on the streets that can't be ignored. And finally, good luck to you. Miss you, Gooch, my brother. I know you love this time of year.
Pay him. Pay that man his money.